Alrighty. Welcome, guys. Before we really get into it, for everyone watching on YouTube, because this is obviously going on YouTube, just a few quick notes. This is stream footage, so we have the notification box thing here. I'm gonna have the chat up here showing, so you can kind of understand when I'm interacting with chat what's actually happening. So just kind of some quick notes there that obviously this does look different than the video. It has some extra stuff on it. And this is going to be longer as well. I think I'm going to split it in half. So each video will be an hour and a half or so. I know a lot of people won't want to sit through that. If you don't, then you don't have to watch it. This is just for anyone who may have missed the stream who wants to check it out. So today we're going to be doing testing builds for the 0.15 science packs. There's been enough information given through different sources to allow us to test it. Alright, so what I've done, I'm going to wait for people to start joining. The email's been sent out and stuff. So again, people on YouTube, there's a little bit of downtime right now. You can skip ahead if you'd like, but just going to give a minute for people to jump in here so I can kind of explain things fully. Hey Cam, what's going on? Doc Vegas, how are you doing? Welcome. So yeah, something new. So today we're going to be testing playing around with some builds for the 0.15 science packs. And then also, we have chat popping up on this corner. I know sometimes it might be hard to read based on what we're over. I tried throwing in a background and OBS just would not have it. It wouldn't do it. So at least hopefully you can kind of see what I'm talking about with chat. But yeah, so what I've done is we've grabbed the mod, I think it's called Research Revolution mod, that's out currently. And the creator of that based the mod off of the science pack recipes and info that was shown in Friday Facts 159, I believe. And so they did that. However, a little while ago on Will's stream, our seeding shared the actual, from their files, from the developer files of the game, the current recipes, or even final recipes for the science packs. So what I did is I implemented those into the mod based on the changes, because some things that the file our seeding gave were actually different than what the mod had based on the Friday Facts. And then also the mod implements other changes that were mentioned, like the decreased crafting time of pump jack. You'll notice it's 10 seconds where normally it's 20. Same with engine units. And then also advanced circuits have been brought down to 6 seconds based on a change they mentioned they were doing in a Friday Facts. So we kind of have all these changes, and we have all these science packs. So first and second are just completely unchanged. Blue packs have a different recipe. And then there's actually 3 entirely new packs here that we're going to be messing with. And if you want to play around with this yourself, hey Geek, what's going on? I actually added a new command to chat, and I will link as well in the YouTube video description as well for this. But in chat, if you type ! 0.15 science, I've uploaded the mod as I have it to Dropbox. So with all the changes and stuff as I just explained. So if you want to play around with this, you can grab that. And so let's get rid of some of this stuff. So we're going to try to come up with some builds for this, for for how we might want to do these science packs, because it's going to be quite different. You know, I mean, this one's just a totally different recipe, and then we have, of course, these. Put a space between the 15 and the science. Put a space between the 15 and science. But yeah. So, blue packs, we'll start with these. They take an advanced circuit, which is, you know, what they would normally take, but then instead of the other products that they take now, it's going to take an electric engine, or an engine unit, and an assembler. So this is quite a bit different than what we're used to. The craft time is still the same for these, so we won't have to change that. And we're going to be basing our tests here. Let me grab some assemblers. We're going to be basing... Wow, did I like add that command wrong? Stupid Nightbot. That's the command. I don't know... Why is Nightbot not here? Hey, Phoenix. Give me a second, guys. I added it. You're typing it correctly. Nightbot is being retarded. I don't understand. Like, Nightbot just, like, isn't even in here. Part channel. Join channel. Alright, so we're going to base this off a 1 per second thing, because then we can just expand upon that really easily. So blue packs, same thing. If we're going off of base rate of wanting 1 per second, we're going to need 12 assemblers. So theoretically, that should be it. Day off. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, you're typing it correctly. I don't know why Nightbot is being just totally stupid. I don't know, guys. Maybe it doesn't like that particular thing. Let me change the command. The space might be messing it up, or the period. Maybe it's just the space, eh? I think it's the space. There we go. Yep, it was the space. Okay, there you go. All right. So we want these. And I have bottleneck going as well, so that should be pretty good, you know, to kind of see what we may be missing or not. Okay, so these guys, how do we... Okay, so we'll start with a belt setup, because, you know, you probably wouldn't have robots. And they've also changed the mod to... I mean... Like, they've changed it so that the science takes the new science packs, but this is not going to really be accurate to what 15 is, because the developer just kind of guessed, since we don't actually know exactly which sciences will take which packs. But my guess would be that you would not... Yeah, like, you need production and stuff, so my guess would be that you wouldn't really have robots before Blue Science still. So we're going to go with a belt setup still for this. And... It actually only requires 3 materials, which, I mean, we still need 2 belts, obviously. But... So we're going to have this here. Okay, so... If we make one of these a second, right? engine units now take 10 seconds. Assemblers take whatever they normally would, half a second. So one assembling machine, or one thing making assemblers, is more than enough. Because, you know, in the time it takes to make this, you've made enough. So we only need one thing making assemblers. In fact, one thing making assemblers could actually support 24 of these, since it takes half a second, and these take, if I'm producing one a second, right? So that's that. Now the engine units are not going to be, it's not quite a one-to-one, because these take less time, but if we're still going off a base rate of 1, so we're making one of these a second, we just need 10 of these. 10 assemblers making these, at least of the same level, right? So that's actually pretty straightforward. These have actually become easier, and that was their goal, right? Like, their goal here was to kind of make the progression smoother, because as it is now, you go from green, and then blue is just like 3 or 4 times harder than green. It's just a huge jump. So these are actually easier now in 15 than they are currently. So this should be pretty straightforward. I feel like I'm going to need more room. Should really have carved out a different area for this. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these are all going to be engines. And then the pipe and gears, we probably only need one of each. I mean, these take half a second, gears take half a second. So again, this could actually support double this. I mean, this is the easy one, right? This is not anything like super new. What the real build testing is going to be is for either robot setups doing this, and then also these other science packs, because these are totally different, using stuff that we never use in packs currently. So let's... I think what I'll do for this is just something kind of like that. For this, I mean, these take steel too, obviously, and they actually take 2 pipe. One will still be enough, because a pipe takes half a second to make, but is worth noting. And then, of course, steel. But doing it like this, I think, would work pretty decently. And then steel we could run here. We could actually do the other direction and output this way. That might actually be better. Already got a new bot set up. Nice, dude. Is it using these recipes and stuff? Because, like, what the Research Revolution mod has by default is actually wrong at this point. I had to change stuff. So the net steel, these output around back, go onto there. In fact, this could almost just be a single line. And then this guy, we need iron for this, of course, but that's quite easy. Okay, so what we'll do is we will take matter source. So this guy is going to be iron. Actually, let's power these on first. So yeah, this is much easier. Like doing blue science now should be a lot less like daunting, or a lot less of a challenge than it was, you know, than it is in the game now. So there's that. And we'll just throw down a energy source somewhere or other. This guy's gonna be iron.
I'll be back.
Big Head Berg, thank you for the follow. Welcome, how are you doing? Hey, JX.
I'll be back.
What's going on? And thank you for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Alright, so this guy is gonna spawn us some steel, of course, for these guys to take. So we're gonna need, obviously, insertion here and long-handed guys as well. Not gonna line up with that. And then this should really take care of the blue science. I mean, it's so much. It'll be so much simpler than it currently is. I mean, this took like, what, I don't know, 5-6 minutes maybe. This is gonna drive me nuts, dude. I'm gonna have to move these. This is gonna drive me crazy. Having these pulls be off like this. Alright, so let's just redo all this. Stupid power pulls, man. Alright, you go there. You go there. You go there. So we're missing one. It's fine. We'll fix it. And boom, boom, boom. Jesus. There we go. That looks way better, I think. And then now we can actually power this. So if you go here and here, oh, why this won't line up. And then here, and can I actually bring this down one? There we go, and that should be good to go. What mods are you using? I am using creative mode, spawn belt, module inserter, blueprint string, and the 0.15 or the research revolution mod that I've changed a bit to simulate the 0.15 science packs. So these guys can just simply go like this, and then we just need advanced circuits and assemblers, and we only need one machine making assemblers, which is just, I mean, that's super straightforward. I mean, how we could even just do that like over here, right? And this guy's just gonna make those, which I mean, iron circuits, gears, and other assemblers, it's still pretty straightforward. I mean, you know, this guy could make that, just direct insert, and then we would just have a belt. So this uses a lot of iron, actually, and gears. I mean, a lot of iron and gears. Both of these actually use gears. So, like, if you wanted a perfect ratio, right, you need a ton of gear machines, because gears in this take the same amount of time, but this requires 5 gears. So you would need 5 gear assemblers just to support this, like with full uptime, and 5 more for this. We're not gonna do that, because that's just silly. And one of these anyway can actually support like double this amount. So even if this is only running it at half like uptime, then it's probably okay. I mean, could do direct insertion with gears, I suppose. It needs iron and circuits. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess you could... I mean, we can test this, right? I mean, we're going to test it. Like, that's part of the point. You know, and we can find out, especially with the bottleneck mod, figure out, like, where our main bottleneck is, and if we're actually able to fully get these science packs working. So that's going to be... Let's take more iron or circuits. Definitely more iron. So that's going to be iron. This is going to be circuits, I guess. I'm not entirely convinced on if this is going to work. I think we need stack inserters here. And then this guy needs 9 iron too. Jeez. A bot build of this would be much better and much easier. That is for damn sure. It would just be so much easier. So this one was going to be iron, I believe. Yeah. And then this dude was going to be circuits. And again, I'm not expecting this at all to run at full uptime. There's just like no way that that's going to happen without a bot build. And then these guys also need iron. So they would really realistically just have an entirely separate iron belt because gears take 2 iron per. I might actually need like a fast inserter to accompany that. This works out nicely, this powering, except for this dude. God damn it, man. Alright. And then you'll just spawn us iron. We should be able to copy paste that. Perfect. Do you like playing base or modded more? It depends. I mean, I don't usually go super heavily modded, so I guess base. You know, like I'm not really a Bob's mod person. All right. Now this. Okay, no. So that does export. So we get to see here where our bottleneck is, and my guess is it's going to be gears by far. It's just, I mean, it just can't keep up. is what's happening here. Like, not even close. But what we will see, considering I can actually place a belt correctly, is if this can actually support this. I kind of don't think so. And then we are actually going to build a red circuit build. I would normally just spawn it with this thing, but the red circuit recipe has, or crafting time has changed down to 6 seconds, which is still pretty straightforward. I mean, you know, you get 4 of these a second, and this requires 4. So, I mean, the ratio is still what it was, I think. It's just 1 to, well, not what it was. It's 1 to 6 now instead of 1 to 8. So, you know, we could just, you know, whatever, just build this here. Maybe like down here. Have these be red circuits. This guy is copper cable. Import, export. We'll just do a duplicating chest for this. But even with half uptime, you should need more wheels, for they take 0.5 seconds to make too, no? Yeah, I think I will need more wheels. That's what we're going to test. Once we turn this on, we're going to see if this can support. I think we will need more gears. That would be my guess as well. But I want to see, like, how close we are at least with what I have. And then this will just be, you know, whatever. This will be whatever else it takes. Circuits and plastic. So we'll do half circuits, half plastic. And then we'll just export it. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty straightforward for this. They've actually made a lot of these builds easier by changing this stuff. Now we may need more than this though, right? Because we actually need, well no, because this may, we're going off a base rate of 1 a second. And we have 6 of these and they take 6 seconds, so that's also a base rate of 1 a second. So theoretically, this should keep up, considering they're the same level of assemblers. And then it only requires the 3. Wow. And then we just export this, I suppose. And we'll just use like a void doohickey. At the end here. Power these bad boys on. Throw down one of these dudes. Boom. All right. Damn, when I open another Twitch tab, the current stream freezes. Stupid Twitch. Should probably try to use fast inserters instead of stack inserters, since at the belt stage you probably won't have stack yet. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. So then that means you're gonna go there. That means these need to be like 2. And then using stack inserters a red circuit build, well, you need red circuits to make them. Yeah, dude, so good. I'm so good. No, we fixed it. It's fine. This will still work totally fine, I think. So the test here, right, is to see. Now this is gonna take a minute. You know, this is gonna take a minute to saturate, and then this could actually be pulled off. You know, these aren't working. They're lacking reds, but or something. Oh, they're actually lacking these. That's interesting. Let's actually just purge this belt. Purge all these belts. Screw you, game. I don't want to hear it. Alright. Can I? Okay, I can shift click those. Are they still feeding? Oh, yep. See, this is where we're going to run into a problem. This isn't going to be enough. It's not iron that's the problem, though. It's gears. And it looks like this is not fast enough. So we're going to have to figure out a way to somehow get 2 of these feeding each one of these. Which should be possible, actually. You know, it looks like this is not even half fed, really. Hey, Bert, what's going on? How are you doing? Set up my auto trash. It's a good idea. Well, I'd have to set, like, everything, though. Because I'm going to be picking up, like, everything. Well, that's the other problem. Nice catch. I still don't think that's... Oh, well, this... I mean, this was working, but that's still not necessarily the issue. The gears are the issue. On both accounts. Doing good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Let me see here. There should definitely be a way. I should be able to have 2 gear things feeding into one assembler, I think. Nightbot, someone got wrecked. Yeah, dude, Nightbot's stupid. He's on his last leg in my channel, that's for sure. I'm increasing the time at which messages disappear, just because for people on YouTube, you know, they might want to read the chat a little longer than like 20 seconds. I updated that. Hopefully that works. 2 will not be enough. No, it'll not be enough for 100% uptime, but we don't need 100% uptime. Make a gear belt. Yeah, I could make a gear belt. Whoa, technology. Double gear to the left, blue assembler, additional gear below a normal assembler. Yeah, that would work. Nightbot ruined your joke. Nightbot has no sense of humor. Alright, so what I was thinking, right, is we could, and if this doesn't work, we will do a gear belt. Although that might have some throughput issues too. So let me tear this down. Couldn't we just do something like... Not like that. Okay, well no, we can do this though, as you suggested. Who suggested that? Kimmy? I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry. I'm just terrible with names. So we could do like this though, right? I think that's what you were suggesting. Paste all these. So we're gonna need too fast, and yeah, we can't use stack inserters because of course we wouldn't really have them yet. And then here, so I don't know how this would work. We would need like almost, I mean, this takes 2 iron every half a second. So with 4 of these, that's 8 iron that's 16 iron a second. It's like exactly a yellow belt, isn't it? Both sides of a yellow belt. Stagger the gears like coil on the green circuits. I don't think there's room though. Because green circuits require 3 coil machines and I need 4 gears. So I can't stagger them enough. But one of them's going to be off. Feed that one from the right iron belt. I could accept that these also take 9 iron every half second. So that's going to be starving this even more. 13 items a second? Yeah, it's actually probably more correct. So a full yellow belt can't even support 4 of these running full time, which is quite annoying, to be honest. So essentially, I need to dedicate like 1.5 yellow belts of iron just to this thing, which is pretty ridiculous. We're doing science right now, thus we have to do it. Yeah, true. I mean, it's gonna starve this belt, I think. But let's try it. Let's try it. I'll see what happens here. Okay, so let's power this. There's really not that much of a clean way to power this, is there? Aside from maybe like doing that and moving this guy to here or something. Okay, so actually I think that's everything. Okay, well then, yeah. Get your message. You mean on the comments of the video? Or did you Discord me? I did see your comment on my update video. That's the only one I know of, Demon. Hey, Naughty, what are you designing? I'm coming up with designs for 0.15 science packs. And Katie just answered that as well, so thank you. I do, Jay. Nightbot should be... here you go. It's also linked down in my info down below in the panels. Comment. On which video, Demon? The Friday Facts or the tutorial? All right. So he's still waiting on gears because I'm an idiot and did not bring iron there. Yep. You guys are on it. And Shred Guy, thank you so much for the host, man. Welcome. Welcome everybody from Shred Guy. Unfortunately, I really wish I could play Shred's theme song, but since this is going up on YouTube, I can't really be playing music because I will just get copyrighted to hell and back. I'm sorry, Shred. Maybe you can just sing along in your head. Get Rickroll yourself. Tutorial update thing. I'll have to look, Demon. I haven't looked this morning. It's shredded by the Shred Nation. Oh yeah. Welcome. I need to. Oh, sorry, man. Don't worry, I'll play it at the end of the stream for you, Shred. Whoops, can you say that? Yeah, I mean, it... Welcome, everybody. Zentoxia. Shred Guy as well, obviously. How did your stream go, Shred? Gotta be freaking kidding me, dude. It's still not fast enough. See, now it's actually lacking iron. And it's lacking... I don't think I actually need 2 of these. And if I do, I can, like, stick one over here. I think I'm lacking insertion on iron. And now we might be lacking iron from this belt. This belt is pretty much starved. You can see that, like, this thing's, like, waiting to pick up iron. And that's actually our bottleneck, as I suspected. But this may still be enough, but we have to give it a second to saturate here again. Rontalicious is always nice. Cool. Welcome, guys. Alright, so... Gears. Stupid gears, man. These require so many gears. Red belt iron. We might have to, Geek. Might have to. Although, now it's gears again. Of course it is. These are just so gear hungry. This is why bot builds, I just prefer bot builds. But we can't do bot builds for Blue Science. We wouldn't really have bots yet. Hey, Raven, what's going on? How are you doing? It looks like even now this is not enough. These last 2 are not working. The nutty. No, it is not, actually. Well, no, it is, kind of. I mean, you need red circuits, which require plastic, so you still need to do oil first. But they've made them a lot simpler, right? You don't need batteries, you don't need inserters or whatever. You just need engines, assemblers, and advanced circuits, although the assembler thing is giving us a lot of trouble. I've got a whole backlog of political rants that I need to get done on my stream. Oh man, Shred, I'll stop by for those. Those are always fun. Gotta be freaking kidding me. I can't fit any more gear assemblers on here. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. Alright, new build. So, I thought this was going to be simple. Turns out, this is actually a pain in the ass. It's not fast enough. Now, I could just do 2 of these builds. I mean, if I really... I mean, that's a simple solution, right, guys? Is I could just double this. I could just do 2. I could just, like, mirror it or something. That's really the simplest way to do it. I would prefer to be able to do it all in one. You actually can do 1 more. Will not be symmetric. Yeah, it's not acceptable. You'll need that gear belt. I'm not even sure a gear belt will work. These take 5 gears every half second each. So this takes 10, 20. Between the 2 of these, this takes 20 gears a second. I would need a red belt of gears, which is pushing it. That's a shit ton of gear factories somewhere needing to fill that. Lower the 3 left gear assemblers by 1 and place 1 above blue assembler. What? You mean place 1 up here? But then where's this going to export? There would be a whole lot of iron needed for that. Yeah, like, huge. Like, a red belt of gears, that is a huge amount of iron. You need 7 gear belts. Screw that. I'm not doing that, man. We're going to figure this out. All right, well, screw this build. 5 years per second. Well, that too. All right, all right. Yep, still 2 not working. Screw you, game. Making me come up with all these crazy builds just for these assemblers. We haven't even gotten to the complicated science packs yet. Like blue is the easiest out of the changed ones. Okay. Calm down.
I'll be back.
We got this. Mono Drizzle, thank you for the follow. Hello, how are you doing? No, I wouldn't. I would not do a belt of gears. I don't put gears on my bus. Usually. I could. What is the proposed recipe? NG, right here. An advanced circuit, engine unit, and assembler. 2. Yeah, it won't take that many green circuits, actually. Good. Glad to hear it. High tech is going to be magical if blues are creating this much of a hassle. Yeah, no kidding, Fearless. These high tech ones are expensive as hell. Symmetry is important, but always secondary to function. Yeah, usually, Shred. Gear belts don't make sense in high throughput builds. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't want a belt. I mean, that's so many gears just for this. Gears on the belts go round and round. Okay, so what if we did? Okay, so here's an option, right? I just thought I don't have to direct insert the level 1 assemblers into level 2s. We can do a little trick, which normally I don't like doing, but might have to be what we do here. If I set this up similar to circuit build, right? So if I go like this, is that how you do a circuit, or do you space them closer? I can never remember. I don't think that works. What if you do it like this? No, I think that's right. Okay, so what if we did this, and we did this? The problem is, where's this gonna export, right? That's the issue. Doing something like this. Because what you would have here is 2.5 per, and then what we would do to get the level 1s in is something like this, which is really, well, you wouldn't even have to. You can't actually direct insert. What am I doing? All right, so, but the problem is, where's this gonna export? Because you need still iron and circuits, so you're gonna need like 2 inserty things here, and there's nowhere to export on this. Now you could offset it. Now that's an idea. And then you can just export this here. What about direct input for gears? Well, that's what I've been trying, Raven. Got to go, guys. All right, see you later, JX. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. Place the top and lowest gear 1 tile left to be able to export north. Oh, well, that's an option too. Placing it more like this. Actually, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, so if these are gears, right? Boom, boom, boom. This guy is this one. And this guy is that one. Have it export between the factories behind it. Oh, now that's another idea, even. I feel like this is not how you do it. Wouldn't because you may need more than one inserter. Okay, so I think we determined we needed 2 of these for iron. And I think we actually need a red iron belt for this. So this one's going to be circuits, right? That's what we've determined. Because it doesn't require more circuits, so we want it the one using the long-handed, right? So then here and here, we'll bring this guy up. And then this one, I think we do need red belt. I think it was getting stuck. And I mean, a red belt of iron by the time you do blue science is not that unreasonable. I mean, you would obviously have red belt. So I think that's reasonable. Iron and iron. Is this 0.15 or just a tile troll me? It's 0.15 science test. So, kind of. Kind of fearless, except that the recipes I have here are directly from our seeding as of like
I'll be back.
week and a half ago. I doubt they would change them again. And Jude, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Oh no, this is an interesting thing, Demon. So what you're doing... See, now why didn't I think of that? I actually really like that. I really like that. I'm going to try that after this. If this doesn't work, I'm going to try your build. Because I'm pretty confident it'll work. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try your build if this doesn't work. Maybe we need to take productivity models into consideration for the gears. Maybe. I don't know that I would really have many productivity by the time I'm doing blue science, though. Jeremy as well, thank you so much for the follow. So many guys. Welcome. Because the research, right? I mean, now, again, we don't know the research numbers, but productivity... I wouldn't even have productivity 2. I would have maybe productivity 1. I doubt I would use it in here, though, at this point, until I actually do a bot build of some sort. Only thing I care about now for 15 is the custom sound effects. Nothing else matters. Yeah, Shred, those are pretty cool, man. I wish you were with us for the Friday Facts discussion yesterday. That was a pretty exciting stuff to go over. Where did I like? Okay, there's got to be a better way to do this, man. All right, got that. How about instead of doing that, how about we do that? And then this guy can just export here, where of course there happens to be no power. Damn it. Of course there's no power. Why do you do this to me? Screw you, game. Just do that. Whatever. Okay, and then this one is gonna need to be a red belt of iron too, I think. I mean, it takes 2 iron per. If we had a red belt of iron doing this, we could actually probably curve it around here. This one, I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 8, 10. So 10 or 20 a second for all of these. I think, yeah, we definitely need red belt, which even then isn't enough. Go on, Zilla, thank you for the follow as well. I was discussing it with Clone and Ages back. They're also working on paintbrush-like tools so you can paint concrete. Oh man, that sounds so cool. So 12 green per second for the gray and blue assemblers. 12 greens. Green circuits? Yeah. Yeah, I was working... I would have loved to have been on for that. For streaming custom sound effects will be golden. Oh, that's a really good point, Shred. I hadn't even considered that. Why is this unpowered? I don't know. So then this one just needs to be iron, copy, paste. You should also be able to place half a belt of green circuits with iron instead of red belting iron. Oh, no, that's a good point. Now, red belting iron would... I mean, I think it would still work, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong, but that is a good point, actually. That might be better than doing a red belt. But the problem is I'm a little concerned that one long-handed may not be able to pick up enough iron and gears, or iron and circuits, right? Because it can't pick up both at once, so it essentially has to do 2 rotations to do that, and I don't know if that's going to be fast enough. And I can't do 2 long-handed because we need double fast for the iron. It is still waiting on gears, of course, but... now this is being stupid and deciding that it only wants to work into here. At this point, I don't even care about nuclear science or UPS improvements. You gotta be kidding me, Shred. I mean, those are still, like, super cool. Now, this is still not 100% uptime, but maybe it's enough to get these working once it actually saturates. This is ridiculous. How many gears this needs? Oh my gosh. So based on this, we may not actually need it. Do we need a red belt here, I wonder? Pretty sure we do. But let's try it. Because if we don't, then, you know, I don't want to be wasting those resources. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. All except one. I'm about to blow a gasket. I'm not belting gears. Not an option. Not gonna happen. Not belting gears. It's possible I rage quit Factorio forever for some reason custom alarms does not get into 15. Oh, I think it will, Shred. A lot of those guys are like super into the circuit network stuff, so I don't think they're gonna let that slip out of 15. Oh wait, does this actually work? I don't think so. It's not 100%, because by the time this runs out... Oh wait, no, it had another one in there. Is this actually gonna be 100%? I still don't think so, because these are all taking them. One's not gonna get here in time. This one would maybe almost be on time, except I think it's going to be stolen. Yep. Yeah, I need 5 gears for them each if I want 100% uptime, but I don't need 100% uptime. I just need slightly more uptime than this. Hey, Merc, how's it going? How you doing? So I think I'm going to try Demon's build, because it uses 3 gear assemblers per, which I think would be just enough for what we need. So yet again, I'm tearing this all down. This is the last iteration, then we're going to move on to the next science pack. I don't know why that's there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to give ourselves enough space. Going to go boom. Like that. You're going to be this guy. You're going to be that guy. Now, Demon, you have double long-handed. I don't think that's necessary. Maybe you just put it in there to fill space or something. Although if this has 100%, well yeah, uptime, maybe it's necessary, but... now these are red belt. We don't actually need this to be red belt. This could actually be... At least one of these could be yellow belt. In fact, what we could do is, like one of you guys suggested, is if we have one of these be half circuits and half iron, and then the other one just be full iron. And I actually made those too soon. I'll fix that. So this one's full iron, right? And then if I can not take a ride on the belt, this one's going to be that, and this one's going to be that. And let's bring these out one more here, because we actually need to grab from them. Now, I am a little worried. I feel like one one fast is not actually enough to supply this with 9 iron. I'm doing pretty good, Merc. Thank you. It's just that yellow belt, you need that red for iron. It didn't have enough iron because of yellow belt. You need 12 green circuits per second. That is almost a full yellow belt. For 100% uptime, though, right, Can? Like, as I said, I don't need this to be 100% uptime. I need it to be close, but not 100. My build may have worked, actually, then, if it was the iron shortage that was causing us problems on the gear belt, but this one demon gave me actually just looks way better anyway. Wait, I don't understand, demon. I don't get it. These both take 5 gears a sec, or 5. They both take the same amount of gears, but you're giving this first one less than this one. So this is then going to become the bottleneck. I think I should have kept my build and just left it red belt. Well then, I don't think it's going to work. This thing's going to be undersupplied and then be the bottleneck. Let me purge this belt here. I think this needs to be... Do it. I'm going to try it, but I don't think it's going to work. And then we have red belt. I feel like yellow belt's actually enough for just 3 of these, isn't it? Pretty sure. Iron and iron. Paste, paste, and symmetry. Gotta have the symmetry. Even for creative mode parts. And we'll just power this on, like, up here or something. And see what happens. So this is now the bottleneck, as I suspected. Alright, double the fast inserters, right? Dope. I still think this is going to be bottlenecked. Maybe? Well, it is, but it may still be barely enough to support what we need. We'll have to find out. Why are we using blue inserters and not green? Because we wouldn't have stack inserters before we make blue science, typically. And it also can't get enough iron with just one inserter, which is also what I suspected. I don't know, Demon. I'll give it a minute or two to saturate, but I don't think this is gonna be enough. Because now it's bottlenecked on iron. And there's no way for me to give this more iron. Well, there is, but it's a really silly way to do it. How many a second is the goal? 1 a second, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is like nowhere near enough. Alright, Zentoxia, see you later. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. Well, there's a way to do this, to give this more iron, but it's really dumb. If you do this... Now, we can't do that here, unfortunately. Even now, it's still starved, and it's still starved on gears. And this thing actually just can't export fast enough. And then this is starved. So this one, like... Yeah, because this is clogged on gears because it's waiting on iron, but I can't give it any more iron. Because we have a fast inserter here. Red belt it. But it's not the belt that's the issue, Demon. It's the inserter. The belt is still full. Like, there's no lack of iron on this belt. Alright, see you later, Doc. Catch you later. Take care. We're still short. 3 assemblers still aren't working. This is more difficult than I thought it'd be, I must admit. What we need... Yeah, I can't get iron plate in through the side, but even then we have a problem of gears being short on this one as well. What if you go back to your last build and belt gears local to bring in a red belt of iron for gear production? Do what now? Belt gears local. Oh, you mean like make the gears locally but belt them to it instead of direct insertion? I guess that's an option. Not really one that I like, but if worse comes to worse, that is an idea actually. It's definitely... What about stretching it? Assembler 1 in chest and additional gears in between for each? That's an interesting idea, Cyrus, actually. That's actually a very interesting idea. Hey, Hoofney. What's going on, man? We're testing 0.15 science. We're still working on blue science because these assemblers are being a huge pain in the ass. How did you do the belt builds? Yeah, actually. That's a good idea. Okay, redesign again. This is like the 5th iteration. I just want to get onto the other science packs because those are the really interesting ones. But these assemblers are giving us so much trouble. Still not 5K packs. A minute, disappointing. Alright, well, Hoofney, you can talk when you come in here with a design that can do 5K a minute. We can't even do 1 a second. Like, this is stupid. So, I like your ideas though, right? So if we insert it into a box in between, we could either do this, but I don't think that's enough space. Now what it is enough space for is this. I mean, that's 4 per. It's a shit ton of iron we're gonna need. However... That's a lot of iron we're gonna need. But 4 full things working. Again, I know it needs 5. It's not 100% uptime, but I think it would be enough. And actually, if we wanted 100% uptime, we could like stick something here, but again, I don't think we don't need 100% uptime quite. And if we have 4 of these working, I think that would be good. The main issue is going to actually just be getting the other ingredients here, because we're still going to run into the issue where we don't have enough inserters doing this. I think you'll have more trouble with later ones. Yeah, probably. Cyrus, well, both of them only take half a second to make. This is not gears. What are you doing, Exterm? See, this is like so annoying. This is like right in the middle of where I need something to go. So frustrating. I mean, having a box here is definitely not a bad idea. And that way, we, like, any extras we could store as well, but the problem we're going to run into is the same thing we did with that last build, is we're not going to get enough iron in here. What do you want in the middle? Well, I'm going to try to get iron and circuits through the middle here, but it's not going to be enough. Hold up. Nope, nope, that's not going to be enough. Nope. Yamash, underground belts? Yeah, well... Okay, so pretty much what you just posted, Demon, is what I'm doing, except you actually have a solution to get the iron in, which I really like. So you pretty much posted what I'm doing, except what Demon has in that link is he's exporting the iron, or not exporting, he's sending the reserve iron from these into here. Now you've changed you've set your layout up a little bit different. But that's fine. Mine will work too. My gears will just be in a little bit of a different place. They'll just be like this. Which you don't need then this many, but it's got to be symmetrical, right, guys? So, gonna do that. Definitely gonna need red belt of iron. In fact, we're gonna need 2 red belts of iron, iron just for this crap. And then this guy here. So
I'll be back.
Do that. ODDO, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing? All right, got that. Throw this guy down here, and then this stuff. You could add another underground up from the middle, too. What, here? But we need some way to. Yeah, it's creative mode is what this mod is. So much iron. Yeah, this is a ton of iron we're gonna need. Chest should be limited. Doing fine. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right, let's get these dudes spawning in. This is so much like this is dumb. This is ridiculous, man. Right? We need 2 red belts of iron. That's like half of a normal sized bus. Like normally you have like 4 iron belts on a a standard-ish base. I know some people run 8. But on just a normal size base, you have like 4 belts of iron and copper. This is half of that, just for the assemblers for Blue Science, and that's it. Like, that's not counting everything else in your factory you need to make. These are actually far more expensive than I thought. The recipe, like the things, like it requires less, so making these is simpler themselves. But oh my gosh, they're so expensive with iron. This is unbelievable. She's gonna chew through this red belt. People no longer complain science is too easy. Were there people who complained about that? I know this is probably not necessary to do this many power pulls, but whatever. Symmetrical. I like it. I swear, man, if this doesn't work, we're done working on this part. If this doesn't work, I'm just leaving it. So he's limited on something. I don't know what. These guys, which is limited on iron. But that's fine. That's easy. We'll just do the same thing we did. Boom. This may need to be red belt. This is just science assemblers. Now factor in tier 3 assemblers for making the base. Yeah, exactly. Is this a 0.15 build? I'm not on 0.15. This is the 0.15 science pack recipes, and we're build testing setups for those. So that's what we're doing. This is almost full uptime. It's a hell of a lot better than we've had so far, and I think it would be enough to actually run this fully once it gets saturated. That is my guess. Yeah, it's very, very close to full uptime. And it looks like this is just waiting on iron still. 2 is not enough. And we don't need red belt. I mean, this is still, the belt's not the issue here. I feel like this belt is so full. Does this really need to be red belt? Like, this belt's still almost totally full. You need 2.25 red belts, you've got 2.5 equivalent. Okay, well then that should be good. Check the perk levels on the inserters? What do you mean? You mean the inserter stack side bonus? It will also be solved at stack side, but well, we actually have everything unlocked, so actually, we would have even lower throughput, because at this point we wouldn't have this stack size bonus. So, actually, we would have even less insertion capacity. I still think it would be okay for this, but this guy's still going to be lacking iron, like even more so, because we wouldn't have the full stack size bonus. Double red arm the inserters from Assembler 1 to Assembler 2. Why? That's not a bottleneck. Our bottleneck is still going to be iron, because at this point we would have maybe like, well, at most we would have inserter stack size 2, so we would have even more issues with this than we currently do. And I don't know how to fix that. There's literally no other place to insert iron into this. Double red arm should work. Yeah, it gets rid of the chest, but I want the chest. Because that way this can be our stock, like, if we're not doing blue science and it backs up, this can be our stockpile to come grab from.
I'll be back.
Goof Tickle, thank you for the follow. Welcome, how are you doing? So this is easily backed up. This is actually more than enough. Half a belt of greens, but didn't somebody tell me that I need like a full belt of greens for this to work? Guess we'll find out. Let me purge this. There we go. Thing is, this can still only grab like one at a time, right? So this is actually, see now this is bottlenecking on circuits. It's not gonna work.
I'll be back.
Hey Boren, what's going on? Archangel, thank you for the follow as well. How are you doing? What if on a single belt you go with a single line of green circuit and make the second line a belt iron? Yeah, that's what we're trying, but it's not enough circuits then. What's your production stats for assemblers look like? 52 a minute. 52 a minute with research reset. Really, Ingy. Glad you're doing well. My production is 57 a minute. If we reset research, I wonder what it will be. And this could actually be red belt, couldn't it? If we needed it to be, this could be red belt. I don't particularly want it to have to be, but it could be. And then that would work. But the problem here is that, oh no, that's still good. Okay, so if we reset research,
back.
Oh my gosh, so many follows. Thank you guys. GSA Melon, thank you as well for the follow. What's going on? Just imagine Bob's Angels ramped up even more than vanilla. Yeah, screw that, man. That's why I'm not playing Bob's with this new stuff. Checking your stream, watch some of your YouTube vids, which I enjoyed. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. It's great you were able to stop by the stream. Exterminator. Stack insert is available as green tech. True. We wouldn't really have many of them. I mean, true. It's a good point. It's a very good point. We could use stacks. What I'm going to do, though, is... This is very easy to do at this point. Is we're going to reset all technology. Break all the shit. Wait, what the fuck did I just do, dude? I think I just reduced my inventory size or something. Oops. So what we're gonna do now is see if this will even work with, like, I want a bonus of 2, right? But I don't think I can. Is there like an option to like only unlock certain technologies? I don't think so. Instant research on. Oh, okay. Well, let's do that then. Let's get this. Which apparently I just... Fuck you, man. Screw you, dude. I hate this. So what's required? This thing? Needs that. Didn't I like research that already? Okay. So we have this. We would have this one probably as well as this one. Okay, so that's what we want. Let's see what happens. I want to see what our production is with this one. -2 is 50, 250 red and green each currently. Designing 0.15 tech area. Yes, Angel. That is exactly what we're doing. Every time I play Factorio, you learn something new. That's for sure. Imagine using marathon mod in 0.15. Yeah, I would. I'd probably jump off my roof at that point, Hoofney. Is there in the scroll down to cheats? I didn't see the option here. I didn't. Personal cheats, crafting speed. I mean, that's what this was. I will unlock all the research again, but I want to see if this even remotely works. Fuck you, dude. Oh, I've like unlocked. Interesting. Let's just like do a void thing and just get rid of like all this crap. I don't want all this stuff, dude. We want to purge this belt because I want to see if it actually works.
I'll be back.
Scorpius, DK, thank you for the follow. Hello. So, I mean, we have some bottlenecks here, but it may still be enough. Which blue... Oh, never mind. Alright. So, production is... Wait, how are we still at 50-something? 8 a minute? I probably unlocked all the tech again, didn't I? No? Maybe the stack size bonus isn't that important for this. Where's it getting this thing? Oh, no, never mind. Okay. And then, of course, we have all this shit on the ground. That... Oh, no, what happened was not an inventory thing. Is it, like, turned off my creative mode? So all these chests I had or something, it, like, decided that
I'll be
I
back.
wasn't allowed to have them anymore or something. Alexander Bain as well. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? You need 60 assembler 2s a minute. Check your prog graph. It's almost enough, man. 58. It's 58. We're at 57 to 58 a minute. But this is backed up. This is working. And that's all that matters. If we can have 12 of these working, which is a base rate of 1 a second, considering I was actually correct and made 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this actually works. People suck because you lost 2 about research. Ah, good point, Datwave. Thank you. Because I was still wondering. I was like, why did I dump all my stuff? That's a very good point. So this is enough. This build works. Even with only a stack size of 2. Because you can see, like, I purged these belts, remember? And this is completely backed up now. And still fully producing out of all these machines. Doing well, just finished up my first base for Up Blue Science, making walls and military for when I push Alien Science and Blue Circuits. Nice. Congrats on finishing your Blue Science. That's definitely one of the hardest parts in the game. Make the iron belt for the assemblers red and the circuit belt only circuits again. It might fix it. Demon suggested that too, but the issue was not the belt. Even as yellow belt, this is still not lacking. It's the inserter capacity. This works. I mean, this works fine. You know, we have, you know, I mean, it's not 100%, but it's backing up, and all these are working, which is all that I care about. And that's even with a stack size bonus of only 2. So this should work. Stack inserters are an option. But Yeah, I mean, they are. I may or may not have them. Even without stack and surge, this is still enough. So there you go. This is what we had. This is the build for that. This is a build for this. And then red circuits are pretty self-explanatory. So blue packs are done. Believe it or not, guys, that was actually the easiest part. That's actually the easiest one. So I want to go somewhere where I actually have more room to build. So let's unlock all the research again, because I want my stuff. Hey Siri, what's going on? They will most likely change the recipes and craft times of all items involved in the research process. Well, they've already done that, and that's what I'm using, Siri. Like, the recipes I have for the science packs is directly from our seeding, and the timing for all the things involved is what they've announced, and I actually confirmed some of it with Clonin before the stream. So, unless they just randomly decide that they're gonna change everything again. So we're gonna unlock everything. Hey Dutcher, what's going on? Okay, so yeah, believe it or not, that was the simplest thing to do. Oh geez. So military. See, so this is the interesting thing about these new science pack changes. He's talking about the ingredients of the ingredients. Well, I still don't think those are going to change. Like, I don't think they're going to change, like, how plastic or circuits are made. And how, like, steel and iron and pipes are made. And, I mean, they would have no reason to. And they haven't... in the Friday Facts where Kovarex mentioned like all the item things that they're going to change due to the science changes, the only things mentioned, and this is when he was specifically going over stuff they were changing for it, the only things mentioned were the pump jack, engine, and red circuits. But yeah, so this is the interesting with the science change, right? These military packs, you might actually get before blue science, because all they require are grenades, piercing ammo, and gun turrets, all of which you can do before blue science. So the military would obviously be for military upgrades, so like this stuff. Now of course that requires blues because it's military 3, but you know, this stuff you can actually get beforehand. So like, dude, where's like military 1 and stuff? Here we go. So this is what actually unlocks this, interestingly enough. Now, again, the actual things like the research that the packs are used in is definitely not probably correct here because the developer of the mod just guessed. Can't see a damn thing. Alright. So military is pretty simple. They take 10 seconds. Piercing ammo, which takes 3 seconds, so... I shot milk through my nose. Good. I hope it was painful. Hopefully. Oh, jeez. Okay, so if we're going to go on a base rate of 1 a second again, we need 10 of these things, making the military doohickeys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, shit. How many was that? 11. Yeah. Figures. Alright, there we go. So these are going to be our military ones. And oh, nice. That's a pretty cool looking setup, Bert. Sacroy, that's a really good point. Yeah, you get 2 per craft, so we actually only need half this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. I like just looked at it and noticed, and then I somehow like didn't actually apply that knowledge to. I don't know. So we only need half this many actually. It's kind of pretty. Yeah, that is actually a pretty build. So these dudes are gonna export. So if we're doing this, so piercing ammo takes 3 seconds. I think we would need like 2 piercing ammo things to support this, maybe. Scottish kid. Oh, he's done some special favors to developers. Oh yeah, totally. Hey, Boomshine, what's going on? Okay. I cannot math at the moment. So in terms of an input, we need like 1 of these every 2 seconds. Because we're only doing 5 assemblers, so base rate we need 1 piercing ammo, 1 grenade, and 1 gun turret every 2 seconds. The piercing ammo takes 3 seconds, so we need like not quite 1.5, so 2, and then 1 would just not work all the time. Or we could do like a level 3 assembler, but we wouldn't have that by now. So I guess we're just gonna have to do 2, which is a bit of a pain, but whatever. And then gun turrets, I think, take 5 seconds. Which, holy hell, they take 10 seconds. Great, okay. Then we're going to need 5 things making gun turrets. Except when I was on Colonel Willstream and I said I liked your videos, especially Cractorio. Awesome. Scottish, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And that you found me through Will's stream. This is so annoying, dude. We need like so much of this stuff. Yeah, we need 5. Oh man, shit. Right. We need 5 gun turret machines. This is like... This is a pain. This is harder than I thought it would be. And we also need grenades, which happen to take 8 seconds, which means we need 4 of those. And then you have to route coal. That airplane, though, yeah, it was like it was a huge helicopter, actually, that just flew like 50 feet above where I live, so that's fantastic. Alright. Well...
I'll be back.
Gee. This is annoying. Gee, I don't know, I can't pronounce this. Bietschma? I think... Thank you so much for the follow. I'm terrible with names. Scottish as well, thank you so much for the follow. This is so unbelievable. This is like... They've made these so much more of a pain. Might as well have coal on the main, but yeah, pretty much. Going to need a furnace setup for each science pack. You know, as silly as that sounds when you read it, that might be true, Ingy. Waiting for Exterminate's brain to explode. Put on your raincoats. This is dumb. This is just stupid, man.
I'll be back.
Vakuza, thank you so much for the follow. Hello. What is this? What have they done? Whoever's idea this was. I thought this was gonna be cool. Like, so we're having this much problem now. Can you imagine doing like a SpaceX playthrough with these nutso science packs? This is just for a base rate of 1 a second, which is less because the assembler's crafting speed is lower, but this is less than 60 a minute. Can you imagine doing like 5,000 a minute of these stupid things? Brain explosion incoming. Alright, that's not what that is, you idiot. These are supposed to be that, and then these ones are supposed to be grenades. And they both take iron and copper, so these actually need to be reversed. I'm already having a meltdown. Can't say this is dumb after SpaceX. Well, part of the reason I'm saying that, Kay, is because I'm instantly thinking of how we would do this in SpaceX, and that is dumb. Even dumber than what we did. $2.15 plus SpaceX equals I'm done. Yeah, pretty much. Colonel Will can imagine that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think Colonel Will's in here. If he was, they're forcing Megabase builds. Yeah, or just slow as shit, heck research. I have to remember this is going on YouTube, and they don't particularly like cussing. 0.15 science with full prods will require more than 8 times iron ore and 10 times copper ore compared to 14 science. That's great. Plus, they're adding infinite science, which is just rip game performance is what I'm seeing. Gonna need a SpaceX base just to make like 2 of the science packs. And we still need ammo on top of this. Oh dearie. Oh dear. What have we gotten ourselves into, guys? What on earth have we done? Okay, so I'm like exporting here. What the fuck am I doing? Come on, you're supposed to be paying attention. Point this stuff out, guys. Okay, so one of these needs to be an input belt. Jeez, telling you. I already can't think straight. Alright, so boom, boom, up, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, Nightbot, blame your stupid bot. Nightbot is an idiot. This is for the military science pack, Colton. Oh, yeah, thanks, Can. Alright. Bruh. Like, this is stupid. Okay. Iron, copper. So these don't take gears. This is going to be an export belt. This is really confusing, let me tell you. So, export. So one of these is going to be iron and copper. This one here, or not. 20. Holy sh! This is not gonna work. This build's not gonna work. I already know it. Screw this. It's not gonna happen. I'm done. This is ridiculous. This is not gonna work. Can I just make a bot build? Can I just have bots to start with? You need 3.7 red belts of iron plate. That's great. It's fantastic. Is that for everything, Can? All the products required for this? Going fine, perfectly fine. I already have one about Exterminator. His name is Exterminator. Yeah. This seemed pretty sharp. I'm guessing they looked at all this and know what the community is going to try to do, which only means great things in terms of UPS optimizations. Totally, Shred. Somehow it's vulnerable to trains as well. Yeah, I wish I could just become invulnerable. That'd be great. D3 Spawn, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? It's iron belt for the turret itself. Ore plate for gears. But what about the iron for the grenades, too? Because don't forget, we're going to have 4 grenade assemblers, each requiring 5 iron. So we need 3.75 red belts of iron just for the turrets. I don't know how to do this. That's like an entire bus. You realize, guys, that is... What the fuck? Whoa, man. Whoa. Whoa. What did this mod developer do here? What would have possibly given them the idea that you would need science packs for fusion reactors and power armor? What? Well, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be in 0.15. This minute, how many great science packs are you trying to make? A minute. A little less than 60. I'm trying to do 1 a second base rate. When he gets mad, turns into a beam-up biter. And another red belt for grenades. That's great. Super Cheese, what's going on? That is not the mods I'm using. I need to replace with something. Yeah, fair enough. If you want to mess with the science mod I'm using, though, you can... Fuck. Dude, screw Firefox, for real. Oh, my browser just froze. That's great. For the average base. Who said I was building an average base, dude? And 1 science pack per second is, like, still tiny. I mean, that's, like... That's not that much production. Like, it's not that fast. Okay, so... In other words, we just need a dumb amount of everything. I see. I get it now. Okay, so I'm just trying to think. I don't really know. Yeah, that's as Hoofney said. I mean, that's like standard right now. Is 1 a second. Like that is by no means like a ton. Colton, how are those amounts on that link official? Because they are directly from a Factorio developer. I imagine mod developer created this not is based on not what might happen, but rather destroy Exterm's sanity. What's left? Well, they succeeded at that. That is true, Hammer Chef, actually. Yeah. Correct. But that is correct. See my reservation on UPS increased 15 now? Yes, it's better, but now you need a crap load more base to do anything now. Yeah, exactly. That is true, Can. We're not building an average base though. We're not building an average base. Okay, so let's do this. Turrets. These are the hardest part. We need a ungodly amount of iron for these turrets. 3.75 iron belts, according to Can. I'm gonna trust your math. And really, the only way to achieve that is to just not possible. I don't know. When will 0.15 come out? I'm not entirely sure, Naughty. They are changing the research, obviously, to require the new packs, Colton, but they have not announced anything in regards to, like, how much will be required for which research. All right, Bert, take care. Thank you for stopping by. If you aren't building an average base, why not just use bots? Early science can be slower than 1 pack a second. Because I wouldn't have bots at this point, Can. And I don't want my early science to, like, take me, like, 10 hours to complete because I'm doing a lackluster build for it. Zombie Robot, I've heard 15 is the final version before 1.0. Is that true? Maybe? I kind of thought 0.16 was going to be, but since this is taking so long, they may make it the final version before 0.1. So 1 per second might be complete overkill in 15. Yeah, that's true. And it's hard to tell since we don't know exactly how many packs are going to be required for each thing. So the military packs, actually, let's rethink this, guys. Let's rethink this because the military packs are only required for military, and there's not that much military stuff in the game compared to everything else. Like, I mean, sure. I mean, I guess there is. Actually, now that I think about it, Can has a point, right? I'm going to need a ton of military science packs to do these later military researches, like these combat robot stuff. But by the time I'm ready to do those, we would have bots already, right? I mean, like, we would have, bots by the time we're doing whatever, like Power Armor 2 and Military 4 and stuff. We would probably have bots by that point. So, really, the only things I need this initial belt-based version to do is things like Military 2, which doesn't even require it. Military 3, which doesn't even require that many. So actually, a lackluster build would probably be totally fine. How do you get military if you need turrets, red ammo, and grenades? Because you unlock all that with this. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down. Unfortunately, due to the craft times, there's no way to really make this a good even number. Try for 0.5 a second. Let's see how it feels. How would I do that, though, Can? Because, like, we can't have 2.5. I think 3, maybe? And with the craft time of an assembler. Pre-craft military tag with a small build. Yeah, exactly, Will. And welcome, by the way. Did you just stop by, Will? Have you been lurking? Have you seen, like, how much insane amount of iron we need just for the assemblers for blue packs? Yeah, that's a good point too, Hoofney. 0.5 is a second. So if these craft at 0.75 a second, like that's the crafting speed of a level 2, right? So if we take however long these stupid things take to craft, 10 seconds, then that's 7.5 seconds. Or no, slower than that. Sorry, I'm doing that in reverse. Um, so these take a little over 13 seconds to make in one of these. So if we're doing 3, it's like it's like a little more than or a little less than 4 crafts every 13 seconds, and each one gives us 2. I guess this is close enough to half a second. One every half second. Hoofney, yeah, I can't think of a way to build the amount of turrets we need, considering the amount of iron we need with belts for early game. Well, I'm doing mine on base rate, Hoofney. That's a pretty standard way to calculate stuff, is it not? Okay, so like I can't even figure this crap out now. Let's just okay, so this needs a turret every 13 seconds, which means it needs 3 turrets every 13 seconds. Or so like 3 turret assemblers would be more than we would need, essentially. But 2 would not be enough, I don't think. So what we'll do, I guess, is 3 turret assemblers. That's better than 5. We may still need 2 red belts. We probably do need 2 red belts of iron, which is just ridiculous, but actually, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's what we'll do is we'll pre-craft them. But I mean I still want like, I mean, you know, one every half of 1 a second or 1 every 2 seconds. I think is a reasonable goal.
I'll
even
be back.
if we're pre-crafting them. You know, I want more than like 1 a minute. Alec the First, thank you so much for the follow. How you doing? So what we're gonna do, right, is if we need like 2 belts of iron, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have iron on each side so we don't have to use long-handed, because that's gonna slow us down. And then the gears and copper. Still need a lot of gears and copper. Can we even share a belt of this? Because I still need somewhere to export these. Missouri. Yeah. Nightbot.
I'll be back.
Boring. Mankind, thank you for the follow. I like your name. So what we could do, because I feel like one red belt of iron or of copper and gears is actually not going to be enough for this. We could try it, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So what we might have to do is space these out. Volcano, welcome. How are you? Hello. SC tracks. Yeah. We can space these out and have them in export in the middle. Alright, we're gonna have to do that. This won't work. This is really annoying. Like, damn, dude. Alright, so if we export these in the middle, it's gonna take a lot more space. And actually, so if we do this, right? Take these, boom, 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 and we do an underground. If I had undergrounds, that is. I do undergrounds, like through here, right? And then what we do is we have our iron, as we planned, coming in here. Rip all the speedruns, yeah. I will be really interested to see what people like anti-elites and stuff do with this, with these new packs for their speedruns, because this is gonna make the time, like, insanely longer. Okay, so that's iron, copper, and gears. If we have, like, one of each, this is ridiculous, dude. I don't think we have enough insertion. Holy hell. Well, we can insert these around... Well, no, not really. I dislike this. I don't think one fast inserter will be enough for this. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't really know. These, oh well, we're gonna try it. There's no way this is gonna be enough. It's just, there's no way. It's not happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw down our iron thing. So you'll be copper. You will be iron. Paste, paste. And then this actually needs to be gears, which I'd like to do a build for. So 10, 20, 30 gears every 10 seconds, which means we need 3 a second, which means we need like 1.5 gear assemblers-ish. So, oh dear lord. Okay, well then, screw you, game. We'll just do 2. Alright, and we'll just like have iron coming in here or some such. And then this guy is gonna dump out. We actually only need 1 for this. So that's gonna be that. Yeah, we might have to do some belt weaving for this. Yeah, definitely some good points going on in chat. I can't read it all out loud, otherwise I would never build anything. There's a lot more gears in this, dude. Did I miscalculate this that bad? I did. I did. Whoops. Whoopsies. I had it reversed in my head. How long it took these things to make. So, in that case... I thought they were talking about rebalancing the times of some of the components. They did grid stop, or they are, and this mod does calculate for that. This does take into account the times they've presented for that. You're going to guess they make the tech cost 1/8 of the old cost or thereabout. I'm not sure. If you see the tech costs for, like, they showed the minor productivity research. I forget what level it was, but if you look at that, the cost doesn't look that much reduced in general. Did I just, like, way over calculate how much of this we need? Because this is all backed up. Did I just, like, way over calculate this? What's the deal here? Could I have actually done 5 of these? The naughty. No, they did not change green and red.
I'll be back.
Imp sucks. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Yeah, I feel like we could actually do 5 from this. Which means we probably could do the 1 per second. Gotta be kidding me, man. Alright, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna blueprint this crap. Colonel Will, thank you, sir, for the host. And get rid of this, and that, and this, and that. In fact, just get rid of all of it. What we're gonna do is, God frickin' hell, man. Okay. Well, no, I'll leave that. That's fine. How it is. What we're gonna do, though... I got so many hosts. Demon as well, thank you for the host. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Gonna have him export here. Dump out there. Yeah, because I think because of the crafting time, we could actually support 5, which means we could go back to our 1 per second goal here. I mean, this is still an ungodly amount of iron, all things considered. Oh yeah, that's gears. We don't want that there. Come on, man. Can I, like, click correctly? Boom, boom. And copper and copper. But at least we get the ultimate troll tool speaker. Yeah. I'm gonna rickroll so many servers. Do it, Zuri. Gotta do it, man. Can as well. Thank you for the host. Jeez, thank you guys. So we have, wow, like no display option. That's cool. Rip. It's a little bit ridiculous. And then this guy, we will need more gears, I think. Maybe. Ormus as well, thank you for the host. Sound like a host train going on here. After playing through a few times, science just feels like a complete afterthought, not something that takes any effort, so I guess it's needed something. Hoofney. Oh man, here we go. Everyone's getting upset about the new features. I think the speaker's pretty cool because, I mean, sure, like making music and stuff is nothing that I'm super excited about, but the fact that you can make like customized alerts and such for your things, I think is pretty handy. You know, that you can actually like have it tell you that like a specific outpost is out of something, or you know, anything like that. I think that's pretty cool. Alanor 0.15 live now. It is not, but we are using a mod that is mimicking the 15 science packs, and we're working on builds to do that. Yeah, exactly, Demon. That's my thought. The Naughty as well. Thank you so much for the host. Shred. You've just forgotten about everything else. Or record Will's voice saying 4 out of 10 contains loops and play that in someone's game. Shred is just going to have Rick Roll playing constantly in his game, is what's going to happen. I can see it now. So, with this then, we actually could just do the amount we wanted. We actually could just do 1 a second for these. Because the turrets were the hardest part, right? The rest of it, while annoying, should be easier to supply than the turrets. So that's that. We actually will need another belt because, of course, it takes 3 materials. The other thing it takes is piercing ammo and grenades. So grenades, I figured I needed, like, how many? 4? Still no word on 15. I take it? Not really. We only have the estimate release time they gave, like, several weeks ago on the Friday Facts. Speedrun Rickroll. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's that. That thing's going. I mean, this is obviously, we would do it much better than this, realistically. But if we take this and we do 4 turrets, or 4 grenades. Grenades take 5 iron and 10 coal. Which I think this is going to be easier to set up, potentially. I mean, it's a lot cheaper. So we need 5 iron, and they take... I think we could actually just support this off of, like... maybe yellow belt? Can we do it off a yellow belt? Guess we'll find out. I could do half and half red belt. I could do a red belt of half coal, half iron. Takes actually 10 coal. So actually the coal needs to be the thing that's closer in. Rather than the iron. In this case. We may need to move around some red belt stuff for this, but hopefully this should work. So then you're going to be iron, you're going to be coal. Actually, we can just copy paste that. Well, yeah, I mean, for the blueprint sharing, I mentioned this, like in the Friday Facts discussion video I did for that particular Friday Facts. There definitely needs to be a way to turn off the automatic sharing and stuff because, well, exactly like you guys said. It's just going to be, there's going to be so many problems with that if you can't turn it off. You know, honestly, we could probably do just a belt split. And in fact, based on this is probably overkill. If I cut this off, I want to see if one belt can support this. Oh god, Shred, shots fired. Oh man, here we go. Yeah, Demon, saying that in argument won't really work. Because Shred, I think, likes Bobs. I mean, you're currently playing with it, you insane person. 101 viewers, congrats, Exterm. Wow, I didn't even notice. Thank you. Well, thank you, everybody. This is it's pretty huge. I admit it may be a little clickbaity, but I mean, not really. I mean, we're working on 15 science based on what we know. We only need one red belt, man. This is like way overdid this. This needs to be redone. And then military, and then this thing. I think we could. How many of these did I figure I needed? Like 3? Or wait, no, I needed more than that, didn't I? We need like one every half, or one every 2 seconds, so like 1.5. No clickbait here, no boobs. Anyone playing Bobs and playing Factorio, you're streaming under the wrong category, Shed Guy. You're tainting up peer streamers. Oh dear. Oh my god, Zuri. You're on like Will Internet. Damn, Shred. You're so honest. I appreciate it. I appreciate your blatant, rude honesty. Screw you, game. Yeah, that's it's beautiful. It's a magnificent setup. Now, of course, this takes more copper than steel, So we may actually need 2 belts. I guess we'll find out. We tried turning it off and on again. So helpful. Yeah, this is like way overdone. We could like get rid of... What we need to do is we need to like purge these belts. Let's just purge it all. Get rid of it all. So many turrets. Stepping out of your Faraday cage. Yeah, Shred, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, yeah, I feel like the nuclear power will be a bit... I don't know. I'll be interested to see like how they balance it compared to solar and then just straight up steam as we know it, like with boilers. Could this even be yellow belt? Did I just like completely over calculate this crap? Like I did. Okay. This one might be able to be yellow belt. I don't think this one can. And it connects to... Oh, geez, Suri. That is like Will quality internet. Middle military is missing red inserter. Thank you. Why did Twitch tell me that you started watching? Twitch is creepy. It's a new friend thing. Yeah. Twitch is just, it's always watching you, man. So is this going to be enough? I think so. This could even be yellow belt. This is just like so overdone. Internet via carrier pigeon. Kale Mercer, thank you for the host. How are you doing? You really think the best part of Factorio is that there are so many mods and you can customize the game almost infinitely? There's really nothing not to like about the game. If I'm being honest, if you don't like Factorio, you should seek medical help because something is seriously wrong. I would be inclined to agree with you, Shred. Alright, sweet. So we should be making, like, well, you know. Sure. Close enough. Okay, so that's done. Like, 2.5 hours in and we've made 2 science packs. This is nuts, man. My brain is melting as we speak. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. I'm just scared. I don't even want to attempt this other crap. Oh man, alright. So thank God they reduced the crafting time of engines and pump jacks. What does the military science pack lead to the mark? It just leads to military tech in general, NG, so like, Everything past military 2, so military 3, 4, cluster grenades, rocketry, landmines, flamethrower, tank, turret damage upgrades, combat robots, anything military related, except for modular armor, power armor, or modular armor and the ones before it. But these ones actually doesn't, which is kind of weird. But these aren't official. Like this is not what the game will actually be like in terms of what science takes which pack, because they haven't announced that yet. Exterminator shoes untied, head explodes. Oh yeah. Just thought, do we know that labs have 7 slots now? What do you mean 7 slots? 1, 2, 3 military production, high tech, or do they still have 4? No, they would need 7, Colton. I believe, because like there's some like this thing that literally takes almost every science pack. In fact, the rocket silo does take all of them, I think. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. This silly thing. So production. Pump jacks, engines, and furnaces. Yeah, that's 6. Yeah, not 7. Shred. Alright, well, so this is easy, right? If we're still going with a base rate of 1, we want 7 of these, right? Because remember, they give you an output of 2. So we want 7 assemblers doing this. And then that means that we need like an engine unit, pump jack, and furnace every 2 seconds. So electric engines, we only need 5 assemblers doing, which is actually not that much. And this seems to be way overproducing. Do we only need 1 of these, maybe? So actually looking at this is really not that much. This is actually not as expensive as it would seem at first. Take up to 7 red packs at once. I don't know where you're getting the number 7 from. There's only 6 packs. Yeah, so then this thing, we would only need, so if we did engines like over here, 3, 4, 5, right? I mean, electric engine build is pretty standard. Yeah, just run this through here. Have these inserted here from normal engines. Oh. Right, and then these guys would just do whatever. So we actually need engines for 2 different science packs, because we needed them for blue as well, remember? So that's kind of interesting that they've decided to do it that way. And in fact, if we wanted, based on the numbers, I might guess that we could actually potentially share pipe and gear production that's made here for the engine units required for this as well. Because you can see these are fully working, right? Because we're having a matter source here, but this gear and pipe is completely backed up, so it's way overproducing. So I think we could safely actually share this. Like, obviously it's in a different area, but in real, like for real, like in the 15 comes out and we actually build it, we could probably just have 2, like 1 of each of these doing the engines for everything, for all the science, I would imagine. Shred. Oh god, dude, Nightbot's gonna kill you, Shred. I wonder how new guys stepping in here first time and looking at chat would think about us. Oh dear, yeah. Hey Zer, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome, man. So yeah, I think we could share iron, or why do I say iron? Gears and this thing, but we won't for this point just because it's on the entire opposite side of the base, but I think we could, which would make it simpler and more compact and just better. So you're gonna be iron, and we're gonna power you on something like that. Like that. Doesn't really matter. I just want stuff. "99 is my IQ." Oh god, what is happening in chat? Might want to add some more regulars to your chat. Yeah, I don't know why Shred Guy isn't. They changed commands, so like I don't actually know the commands for to add Ray because they changed it recently and I didn't look to see what it was. I think Demon can do it. Demon, can't you add a regular? At least he doesn't rob banks. Thank you, Kay. Ray, add. Yeah, Shred Guy can be a regular, although that might be something I regret at some point. There was an error. He is a regular. Then why is Nightbot timing him out? Screw you, Nightbot. Why are you timing out my regulars? You stupid... Colonel Will, Hopewell... Yeah. Spam protection. Oh. That's why. Hold up. I need to change the rules. Nightbot is just being dumb. Per usual, he's gonna get fired here real soon. I need to change my exempt levels. There we go. Now, y'all's gonna get removed real quick.
I'll be back.
If you abuse this. Super Weekenders, thank you for the follow. Hello. I used too much punctuation and Nightbot couldn't handle. I'm telling you that bot has to go. It's on the list, Shred. It's on the list. Nightbot, he's fighting back, man. He knows his end is coming soon. He's fighting back by blanking out stuff everybody says. And Nightbot's daddy was a toaster. Nice. All right. So these guys are gonna come down, or I've just trapped myself completely. Great. Okay. So boom, 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 and boom. So do we want this to share? I mean, this could share about with really anything at this point. Let's just like have it do that. And because this curve is extremely frustrating, just have it do that. This one, you know, whatever. We'll have it do this. Okay, so that should work. Let's power this guy on. Hopefully that'll work. So that's that. Pump jacks also take 10 seconds, so that's pretty straightforward. In fact, we could literally do them straight across from these guys. and just export like so. And then they need a lot of stuff is what they need. They need a lot of stuff. So we're gonna need 2 belts. Hopefully split belts will be enough. If not, we'll have to offset this and throw in like another belt in here or something. Hoofney, I did it just to piss you off, man. Just for that reason. You would actually be surprised how many people, in fact, almost every streamer I've seen announces their times in their local time zone. So I don't know what you're flipping out about, Hoofney, but... So this needs 10, 15... Wow. I feel like this is not going to be enough. We might need a red belt of each. You can't see the stream, Kale? Is it just blank, or... Only Timberwolves and hippies live in Mountain Daylight Time. Oh, jeez. Circuit pipes. Half a belt of each is not going to be anywhere near enough. I can already tell you that. Maybe red belt, maybe. Even then, that might be pushing it. Like, if we do this and this, right? And actually, change my mind. I want this to be steel on the closer belt because it takes more steel than anything. And then this one will be gears, I think, is the other thing it takes. I get the feeling we're going to need some better arrangements here. I want to know what MFT stands for in France. Oh gosh. This actually works. Believe it or not. And why are you not working, sir? Need engines. And you're not working because I was a derp and didn't power it on. I see. Alright, so that takes care of that. And then this dude just needs, the other thing. Furnaces. Gotta make it pretty. Alright. Furnaces take 5 seconds. And we have how many of them dudes? So we only need 5 of them. Oh wait, no, sorry, we're doing every 2 seconds. So we only need 2.5, which you can't do. I'd rather overproduce than underproduce, so we'll make 3 assemblers for this. Which I suppose we could just do like here maybe. Okay, so this requires significantly more brick and steel than circuits. I wonder if brick and steel could share a belt. Perhaps if it's red belt. Although there's only 3. Maybe even yellow belt would work. We'll find out. Brick and steel. And then circuits. If need be, I could throw some on the half of this other belt if it's short on something. Hey, welcome back, Doc. One question. Do you just load this mod over the base setup? Yeah, if you want to play with this mod, Doc, just install the mod like you would do any other mod. Just put it in, enable it, and it will replace everything that's needed. Rec for science, everything you're going to need to build a base anyway. Yeah, that's true. So what I'm wondering though is this sufficient? It looks a little bit starved on steel. Or a lot starved on steel. No, this actually is like perfect. It pretty much hits 15 steel right as it's about to run out. Alright, so this works. This still doesn't work. What the fuck? Oh, we're missing steel. Because I am just that bad, apparently. There we go. So that should work. Let's throw down our grabbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then hopefully this should work. Let's purge these lines. So many pump jacks. Oh my gosh. And I really wish I could shift click this stuff into here. I can do auto trash, but I'd have to set my auto trash for like everything. Like, am I just like giving this the wrong materials? Like, come on, dude. I need a fluid doohickey. There we go. Alright, so you're gonna go not there. Like, drunk placing going on. Looks like in 15 the planet will be half made of iron. Texas might be a good shred. Okay. Let's see if this works. Alright. So I'm just letting this kind of saturate and balance out. So it looks like we're short on engines for some reason. Even though the... What? What? I don't get it. Ratio is the same. How are pump jacks backing up and engines aren't? I don't get it. They take the same time to craft. I've done the same amount of them. Okay, maybe it does work. Maybe it just needed to saturate itself out a bit. I don't know, man. This is pushing it. Because the engines are crafted in 2 stages, maybe? Maybe. Oh, it looks like it's barely, like, barely enough. I mean, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. They're all working. You could be right, though, that since they're crafted in 2 stages. Alright, guys, come on. This is being... this is going on YouTube. Let's try to keep it a little clean. You're just gonna, like, get my video taken down instantly. Alright, guys, come on. You should double the production of engine and pump jacks. Why do I need to double the production of them? Okay, this works. I believe. Making about the same amount of all of them, which means that should be working. Well, dang, guys. I'm like... my brain is already fried. Holy hell. There's double in backlog. Backlog means good production. Well, backlog means a buffer. Which we don't want. Shut up, Wormus. SpaceX is better at launching rockets than Exterminator. Well, duh. SpaceX is a huge mega base, dude. I'm one person. Take a break, go inspect that track to the north. Well, there's no trains on here, Mojo, so I'm pretty safe. Got 5 more good hours of Victoria in your future. Yeah, right. No trains. I'm free. I'm safe. Shred. Take a quick break, eat dinner, we'll see you next Saturday. Yeah, I'm gonna take a week dinner break. 3 days last time was just not enough. That's way too short of a dinner break. Like, come on. Alright, so these last packs, these are gonna be hard. These are gonna be really hard to do. Comes a train. Good thing there's not like a item that just spawns trains out of it. That would be unfortunate. Spawn on any save exterminators on hardcore. Oh, jeez. Okay, so these ones, like, how would we... This is ridiculous, right? So these still produce 2, so we only need half, so we still need 7 assemblers of these, but, like... I mean, by the time we get to these, we would have probably level 3 assemblers, which would make it even faster. I don't know, guys. Should we,
I'll be back.
Should we assume that for this we would have level 3 assemblers? Firestorm Gaming, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I feel like at this point we would probably have level 3 assemblers for this. So this beak would be good for it can detect exterminated train sounds. Choo choo. Oh jeez, yep. I love it, Demon. Okay, so I think we would have level 3 assemblers at this point for this last thing, because this is like, I mean, this is the last science pack. It's you know, it's pretty late game at that point. Okay, so these craft at a speed of 1.25, which means that if them things take 14 seconds, divided by 1.25, so they actually take 11 seconds, or 11.2 to be exact, in a level 3 assembler. And they give us 2 each. So we need like 5.5 assemblers, which doesn't really work. So I guess 6 assemblers and just slightly overproduce it. Vanter, or Vant4, thank you for the follow. Hello. Did exterminators have mini stroke? Probably. Because I think these high techs are going to be used in a lot of the infinite research. Like if we go to the Friday Facts, where they showed the picture of the miner doohickey, the miner productivity whatever. Dude, seriously. Screw Firefox, I'm telling you. Let me search on a good browser. Okay, so blending, I think it was this one. Maybe. Yeah, so like this productivity research thing takes high tech, so we would definitely want quite a few of these. Now I'm not sure if the initial researchers would take high tech. So let's just go with 6 of these, shall we? So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. God damn it. 3. Alright. Grab these high-tech ones. So they need a lot of stuff.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Alec the First, thank you for the donation. I love it, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You were really just trying to bribe the train to get me, weren't you? Bribing the trains, man. You should try out Vivaldi browser. It's like Chrome, but doesn't eat all your memory. Hey, Bobbis. I might look into that. Rip YouTube. Yep, pretty much. Rip YouTube. Should use Edge so Microsoft can keep your memories. Well, I don't need Microsoft to do that, NG. No matter what browser I use, they're just going to keep all my information anyway. Somebody will. Oh, there goes YouTube. Yep. I might have to cut that part out of YouTube version. Maybe. I don't know. So these are like insanely expensive, right? A speed module, 3 processing units, a battery, and 30 cable. In fact, the 30 cable, we're just not gonna belt. We can't. 30 cable, dude, per. We're not belting that crap. Direct insertion, 100%. So we were gonna use level 3s, weren't we? Bruh. Come on. Alright. So, with this thing then, it takes 11.2 seconds and a level 3 assembler. So, cable. We get 2 cable every half second, which means that in a second we get 4 cable, which means that in 11 seconds we get 44 cable, so it almost needs to be a 1-to-1 ratio. You can't even do, like, if you try to split it, it still won't be enough, I don't think. It would be slightly under. So it almost has to be a 1-to-1 direct insertion. You should send Exterminator Frogger for his new Fix-It video. Oh god. Please no. Please no, guys. This is so much cable. Why you do this, devs? Why? How are we gonna get the other 3 materials into here? Because we kind of have to use, like, stack or fast inserters to insert, which means we can't space these out more. For a long-handed to put a belt in here. I don't really understand how we're gonna do this. Now look at the time to make processing units. Yeah, them things take 15 seconds each, and we need 3 every 11 seconds. Or, well, per. So we actually need 18 every 11 seconds. So we need more than 1 a second. Great, Shred. That's just great. Let Train Game Exterminator on? You mad, bro? Yep. 3 to 2 might work. Does that work out? I think it would. Alright, new plan. So this is interesting. We're now going to have a circuit-like science pack set up. which is odd, to say the least. I still don't know how we're going to get the rest of the materials in here, because we need 2 belts of materials, but there's like no way to export them. I guess I could export them like out the side or something, which is kind of silly. Exterminator's Nightmare in Factorio. Oh jeez. What have you done, demon? Yeah. Yes. So true, Shay Guy. Crap. How are we gonna export this stuff? So if we do this, right? What if we do like a really silly underground trick? What if we go like... this. Oh man. Cooking with fire now. Most elegant build ever. Too good, man. Too good. So... this could be like... like processing units and modules or something, and then the outside one could be the other stuff. I could how is exporting out the sides? I don't think is actually any cleaner than this, to be honest. Like, it's really not. If we need 6. Holy hell, dudes! We need 6 speed modules every 11 seconds, which means we need one a little less than every 2 seconds, which means we need like a lot of speed modules. That's expensive, and that's just for one of these a second ish. Can you imagine doing like 100 or doing like 10 a second? Compressed bluebell of packs, yeah, right. Big Nanoski, Exterminator uses half the underground belts. That's true. Although I'm not really concerned with cost at this point. Like, I mean, cost is kind of flown out the window if we're trying to build these. Yeah, so, you know, this is fantastic. We need a ton of modules and stuff for this. Like 8 things producing it. 8 things producing modules. Core factors be level 3, they should. Thank you, Can. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your message, Colton. Are you using cheats mods? I'm using the cheat mode mod. Imagine all your high-tech science pack builds will be with bots. Yeah, and actually at this point, we should just do this with bots. It would just be a lot easier. We would probably do coil direct insertion still, just because you need so much of it. But actually, yeah, screw this. Why would I be doing belts at this point? Screw that, man. In fact, I probably would be doing bots for these ones. Maybe not, actually. These ones I definitely would be, though. So this is still what we would do here, right? I mean, I would still want to direct insert. And in fact, these could be stack if we needed them to be. But then this would just be, like, requesters. So, autofill requester. This is something new they added, I think, based on your suggestion, Can. So if I do this and request that, and I already do, like, 200 for those, right? And then these, I can just request... Oh, that's a void. It's really not what I wanted, but thanks anyway. That and that, and then you're gonna require those, and those. So we copy paste that, get rid of that. I mean, this is just so much cleaner. And then we could like mirror it on that side or whatever. Duplicating. I want a duplicating chest. I want a void chest, man. Use stack inserters. Yeah, I should use stack inserters for... Where am I stupid? Where be the stack inserters? All right. There and there. All right, so if we do this... Let's see if the 3 to 2 is gonna work or not. You can do the quest on the bottom in between inserters. Tazwan, what do you mean? You can do questers on the bottom in between the inserters. Flip them to the other side. I'm a little confused. So 3 to 2 is actually too many. Would 1 well, 1 to 2 is not enough, I don't think. Like 1 to 2, so like this. I don't think this is enough. We'll just do a really quick test here, but the ones with copper plates in between the science assemblers. What, here? Even a 1 to 2 is almost enough. So a 1 to 1 would actually be more than enough. Yeah, a 1 to 1 would actually be more than enough for this. So if we get rid of that. Well, if we do a 1 to 1, then I think we still need the requesters to be down here, don't we? Wednesday productivity 1 to 2 would be enough. That's a good point, Grid. I'm not... Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Oh, I see, Kay. Okay. Thank you for the picture because I didn't entirely understand, but now I get it. I really like that, actually. 3 to 2 is like way overkill, though. Even 1 to 1 is overkill. The 1 to 2 would work, though, if we had productivity as suggested by Gridstop. So if we did this again, should have just blueprinted this stupid thing. Actually, I could just put the requester in the middle as you had suggested. Which does make this slightly more compact. Go like that. You make these things, right? You make cable. And if we throw in... I mean, at this point, like, these things are late game-ish. Even if we only had a small amount of productivity. So, let's just say we had, like... Well, I mean, we needed processing units to make these. So let's just say we had level 2 productivities, not necessarily level 3s, because they actually require these to make, so we wouldn't really. If we had, like, 12... I can get 24 if I fill this. 24% productivity, I mean. Would I be lucky enough? Oh, that's so perfect. How about 2 coil to 3 packs? Invert it. Oh, no, that's an idea as well, Grid. Oh, now considering I actually had inserters here. Now, we would probably need a speed beacon this, though, which kind of defeats the point. Yeah, like this won't work at all, actually. 2, maybe? Yeah, this ain't gonna work. We could invert it, right? We could do, like you said, Grid, we could do... You need productivity in the packs. True, but that would still make the same ratio, wouldn't it? I assume it's all peak. What about 15 yellow science with 27 cables? That's a lot of science. I mean, that's expensive. Yeah, for pre-beacon... Like, did you just, like, throw that number out there out of nowhere, Shred? Or did you actually calculate something? 69. He's just throwing out numbers. Yeah, I know they slow down assemblers. Can. But if you put an equal amount of prod in each, the assemblers are just going to be the same speed. Like, that they were without them. I think the 2 to 3 might work, though. So if we invert it, right? So if we go like this, and actually use the correct assemblers, if we go like this, do that, do that. You thought that was the game we were playing? That's true. If I did productivity in both, I think this will work though. Like pre-module, because we probably would want something pre-module.
I'll be back.
So WashTech15151, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? Might help if I had an inserter here, hey? See, the problem is this thing is not actually smart enough to do this how we would want. Right? Because the assemblers will store up to 2 times the required ingredients. So what's happening, right, is this is storing up double. Meanwhile, this is not actually getting enough. Although actually it looks like now this caught up, it might actually, maybe. So that hit 30. Okay, that is caught up, it works. So 2 to 3 pre-module and pre-beacon seems to be a pretty good way to do it. And what we would do, right, is we would just clear that. We could just smear this. I have Blueprint Flipper right now. And that would be our 6 that we calculated we wanted to begin with. Put the PAX chest below. It makes it more square. Below? Oh. You mean like here and here? Yeah, but then we can't really mirror it. Well, we can. And do it all with sushi belts. No way, screw that, man. Not gonna happen. Yeah, I could use a calculator shred, but I'd prefer to just, you know, make you go insane by not using it. Reddit demands it. Oh yeah. I already gave up trying to do that. I don't think I can actually realistically supply enough copper cable on a belt to do this. I could still do direct insertion for the copper cable, but then I'd have to do a wonky belt thing like we started doing with the insertion. This is like so much cleaner. That actually looks pretty neat. Yeah, I like this. It's pretty compact. It could be a little more compact by putting the export chest here and here and then just backing it up to it. But I kind of like this. Yeah, this one doesn't work. This one's bleh. So clear these two. Get off my map. Whoops. So I like it. I actually probably, now that I've mirrored it, could probably minimize the power pulls as well. No, but I could move them. So yeah, I can minimize. Fuck. Wow. I think my inventory is full. I would have torn that off. There we go. So that minimizes the cables as well. And just because, you know, OCD, make that straight. There you go. So that took out 2 cables, or 2 pulls. This is gonna drive me nuts. Can I like, I can, god damn it. I don't want this crap. Gotta manually connect them. Gotta do it. It's gotta be even. There we go. There we go. Now it's perfect. The only infinite science that is necessary is bot speed cargo. Nah, dude. The miner productivity is so good. That is going to be what I'm going to go for. I may get a couple, like, bot speed and cargo beyond the normal ones we have now. And then I'm throwing everything into the miner productivity. Like, that is... It's so good. And it's going to stop us from having to build outposts, like, constantly. This thing takes 2 megawatts. Huh. Alright, perfect. I like it. It's a nice little compact build. Put the 4 cable machines between the 6 yellow science. So just reverse it, Shred? Why? Miner productivity? Yeah, Warmus. In the Friday Facts, one of them, one of the recent ones, Friday Facts 173, they announced miner productivity research. And Gridstop, I don't think so. Based on how they word it, I don't think it will have a negative effect. It just says, it is infinite research and every level adds 2% bonus to the mined resources. But they don't mention any, like, speed decrease with it. More compact, maybe. Yeah, it might be, Shred. We could mess with that. I'm not too concerned about how compact it is. I mean, this is pretty damn compact. It's not miner speed. It's miner productivity. Yeah. Grisub, you can make it 3 rows narrower. Shred is right. Oh, okay. Well, let's try it. Oh man, you missed that part? That was like the best part of that Friday Facts. Alright, so you're thinking something like this, Shred? It is quite a bit narrower, that's a good point. So far, I'm not particularly liking how it looks compared to the other one, but... Wrong way, you derp. And then if we wanted it even more compact, see this, the reason I don't really like sticking them like in here is because then it's just like a row of like, it just looks like a mess of inserters at that point, right? Like this just looks like a mess of inserters. Oh, putting cable in a single line. Tower Force, hello. How are you doing? Hey, Katie. Katie said, or hey, what am I saying? Thanks. I meant, so putting them in a line, like, what? So you mean just like that? And then just doing 6 along one side? Is that what you mean?
I'll be back.
Tower Force, it's one of the new packs they're adding to 0.15, and thank you so much for the follow as well, Tower Force. Yeah, it's one they're adding in 0.15. I'm using a mod to mimic that, so we can test builds. Just use Katie's design. Wait, what the fuck? Whoa, demon. Why did you do that? Can you unban him, please?
I'll be back.
I got Neravarine, I think. I'm so bad with names. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. How are you doing? What is the best way for someone who just got Factura to get to know a single thing about how to do anything well in this game? Play through the campaign, and then, because it kind of leads you through stuff, and then there's tons of videos and guides. I have a ton of tutorials on my YouTube. Negative Root has a ton of tutorials. There's the official guide. There's lots of fantastic Steam guides as well. Clicking on, oh, so you meant to ban K. I see. I see how it is. All right, thank you, Demon. 3, what am I doing? Dude. I'm like... I see what you mean. Do this. I mean, it's more compact up and down, but it's less compact sideways. I like this one. I'm just gonna be, well, I mean, actually, well, you know, this one actually, I think I'm not giving it enough credit until I actually build it. I think it could be pretty good. Okay, so we got that. These guys could request here, here, here. Oh my gosh, there's so many. It literally is just gonna be a line of inserts. Is what it's gonna be. Benzolio, thank you for the follow. Hello, how are you doing?
I'll be back.
Higher line of inserters, man, all these follows, guys. Thank you. Emeriturv, thank you for the follow. I'm so bad. I should just have somebody else say the names for me. I should just have like an announcer. It would be so much better. But thank you. Okay, so then this, that's what it is. It's a line of inserters. And I don't really like it. I don't like the line of inserters, at least. Because it's like... Although we can power everything just with this. It's pretty damn good, man. Fuck. Oh, wait, no, that's the right one. Hello, Benzilio. What's going on? So yeah, this is really compact. In terms of looks, I like it and I don't. That, for some reason, I'm just not a fan of the solid lines of inserters, but it is actually quite a bit more compact than this. That's a good point. I don't have pack output inserters. RIP. Okay, this is no longer as compact. Because it's now 4 spaces, because 1, 2, and 1, 2. 4 spaces less compact than it was, which means probably that it's actually not going to be any more compact than this one. It's not as tall. Actually, it may be as tall. It actually may be. If we measure it, Jesus, come on. My hand's shaking, man. Alright, so we do that. Grab blueprint. Grab our belt. So 15. And this one... Really? That's like actually... Oh. The hitbox is a little bigger. So this one is not quite as tall, but it's wider. Why so many coil inserters? What do you mean? I only have one per assembler. Not really sure what you mean. I think you only save 2 vertical spaces. Yeah. I don't think it's that much more compact than this one. There's this version too, which saves a bit more because it's like the same width, but it's shorter by several more spaces. Oh. I don't know. I'm a derp, that's why. Oh, well now it's unsymmetrical. Well, that just won't do. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It's not symmetrical. It's either gonna be this build or this build. No one for bacons. Well, this isn't a bacon compatible build. This is for before beacons. Middle one needs output chests. What do you mean? These have output chests. Gotta just input, right? Hermit. Table flip. Sorry, I can't roll my eyes hard enough. Yeah, I'm not doing that, man. Middle build. I like this build, actually. I really like this build. Because it's a little bit smaller and it can be symmetrical and we can still export these in the middle. We can't really grab. So actually we still have to export these on the outside, which makes it not as compact. Because we still obviously have to have the requesters. Sturm, have you been asking Pirate? I didn't see you ask before. I don't think you're spamming. Where's the mod for the science? And there you go. Swan got you. There you go. So this thing, right, we could put our requesters in here for these ones. And we would need output chests. But I think this build, it's either this one or the one to the left. That's what I think I would go with. And then like Katie suggested, use double long inserters for the middle one. Oh, and then we can output in the middle. I see. I got you. Just do a line of inserters. I see. I didn't see your message, Kay. Like, it's actually hard for me to... The chat's moving pretty fast. Faster than normal, so... I missed some of the messages. Okay, so these output here. And I see what you're suggesting, Kay. So, like, one of these goes like that, and the other goes like that, right? So, we have, like, one here. Excuse me, and one here. Right? But, oh wait, no, that'll work. Yeah. So then, I can't actually tell which is which, dude. It uses double the chests. Like, well, no, whatever, it's fine. I'm not making sense. I'm getting really tired. Sort of like nearly Dutch module build. Yeah, that's actually what I was just thinking. So this works perfectly, actually, now, because we should be able to make the power pulls pretty nice. Unfortunately, there's no way to center this, which is a little bit annoying. But I guess we'll just do that, and that should power everything. I like this. This is quite a bit more compact than this. It's the same width, but it's, because if we do the hitbox size, right, it's like 1, 2, 3, it's 3 tiles shorter. Well, beacon wouldn't need 2 builds. Yeah, well this, again, this is not for beacons. This is for before beacons. Pirate, oh, has this been fixed for providing 2 packs per craft? This has been, Pirate. The version that you link with the command in my chat has been fixed for the recipes that our seeding provided. So the mod had a few wrong crafting times as well, which I fixed. I changed them, as well as the 2 output for these last 3. So it should be good to go based on what we know. I could use substations, yeah, actually. Oh, man, I already have a ton. All right. Even better. I like this. I like this one. Sure thing, Pirate. Yeah, I had some issues too. The mod files are arranged and coded in a really weird way. Like, stuff is not what you would think it'd be. So I took like an hour and a half trying to change it because I couldn't find stuff, but I finally did. Now it's a room with substations. Why don't you like substations, Shred? You're so grumpy, dude. Pretty sexy. If you offset
I'll
them
be back.
out one more, it will tile and share the substations. Rollcore, thank you for the follow. How you doing? Welcome. If you offset them one out one more, it'll tile with the substations. Ew. Offset them how? You mean like out? Or like space, or put a space in it? Because if you offset them more, we can't, our inserter thing won't work here. Take it, this does not tile. Does not. I don't know why you don't like them, you just don't. Okay. Correct, Hermit. Oh, well, not necessarily unlocked. This is for where we have bots, but, like, don't have the resources to be making fully beacon module builds. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Typically, I get a couple hundred bots in the air before I'm able to make, like, fully beaconed and module builds. Move the right substation, right one tile. Oh, you meant substations. Like I said, I'm getting really tired. I'm going to go soon. Like, I'm starving. I'm tired. I'm making mistakes. And you... Right. Output. Forgot our output on these outside ones. There we go. Should be tileable now. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. And this one. And this. We will re-blueprint this. And it should be tileable now. And it is. Absolutely fantastic. So now we could just tile this how we want. And we could beacon this, like, if we want. You can't put them in, but, I mean, you can still beacon the outside. You couldn't beacon these, unfortunately, which does pose a bit of an issue. So, yeah, it actually wouldn't really work. Unless you, like, put beacons on the edges, but then you can put them in here. It just wouldn't work very well. Yeah, so this is for non-beacons. Obviously, we would come up with a beacon build once we get to that point. But even this is like super resource intensive, right? So like if we look, right, we're making 100 and something of these a minute, but if you consider we're consuming, that requires 300 processing units a minute. Obviously we have other stuff going, but this is the only thing that requires the processing units. 120 speed module 1s a minute. And when you consider they take 15 seconds to make. And 300 and some odd batteries a minute. That's expensive. And that's just for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of these. Or 24 rather, because double. Fully Prod 3 mod those assemblies beacon. I can't beacon it all, dude, with this setup. This setup is not for beacons and modules. Finally, we completed it. I think this is a good time to end. I am like super hungry. So you need productivity of those machines better. Yeah. I mean, this would I wouldn't actually scale it to this size before we module it. I would really only do one set for the, like, 1 a second. So I'd really only do one set of this. Just enough to, like, get some more research and stuff and to scale things up. And then I would just make a whole new build using beacons and modules. I wouldn't actually build it to this scale without productivity modules and beacons. You would go with a straight line for beacon builds so you can share them. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do, Shred. I'm not really sure how we would get the cable in there, too. We couldn't really use this type of build. You know, because, I mean, we can't get this with beacons in any way. So we'd have to rearrange it quite a bit, but... yeah. I'm gonna go, guys. And thank you, Shred. You have a good